I'm here with Jost in El Medano, who's managing kite surfing, surfing and windsurfing school. Jost, does it mean that this spot is for everyone, for every sport?
Yes, it is. Actually, yeah, we see conditions here for beginners to advanced, and as you see now, it's super easy.
So it depends on the day.
Yes, depends on the day.
Okay, and what are the other spots on Tenerife for sports like that?
Actually, for windsurfing and kite surfing, this is more or less the only spot. The rest of the spots sometimes work, but are more rocky or bigger waves. But for surfing, Las Americas, that is like the capital, surfing capital of Tenerife, and there is a lot of action also going on these days.
But I heard Las Americas is also for professionals because of the conditions that the ground is rocky.
You
there
have
are some holes.
several spots in Las Americas, and there is also an area for more beginners where the floor of the on the water is more flat. It's rocky, but it's acceptable, so to say. And also there you can, if you are a beginner, find your spot. It can be busy, you have to really watch out for the rest. And don't go to the areas where the pros or the very good guys are. But yeah, it's accessible for everybody. Yeah.
And what are the other spots for surfing on Tenerife? Maybe the more local ones that not everyone know of them.
I do not want to make the locals angry. So I rather, it's Las Americas for that is really a nice spot, and for the rest, yeah, I cannot give too many details.
Okay, so tell me why the locals can be angry that you say, let's say to everyone where the spots are. They don't allow people from outside on these spots?
Well, the locals here, there are some spots that are very well known. That's fine, but there are also spots that are less known, and we like to keep it a little bit less crowded, because if there's too many people on one spot, there is always tension.
And does it happen, for example, that if the tourist go on a wrong spot, he can have like a problem with the locals?
Yes.
And for example, the tires with the holes.
I didn't hear too
Afterwards.
many stories about that, but the people can get a little bit cranky in the water. If you are on a very good spot with very good service and you come there as a beginner and you are in the way or you ruin some waves, yeah, the people get a little bit irritated. But big fights or cars being destroyed, no, that I didn't hear yet.
Okay, and
Especially not in Las Americas, that is accepted. But if you go to more secret spots where there's less people, can
something
be a
might
little
happen.
bit, yeah, that's not appreciated. But that's international. That's everywhere around the world. Surfing, it's a sport you have to wait for the waves. You have to sometimes there's for example, a point break. The wave comes in on the same spot every time. And if there's people don't understanding the rules or in the way, can get a little bit cranky. Yeah,
And
exactly.
except of this respect rule, what are the other rules here in Tenerife as far as surfing and kite surfing, windsurfing? Are there any?
Well, here we have the main rules here is that you stay in the area that is designated for your sport. On the left we have the surfers. There's a big area for just swimmers where there's no water sports allowed whatsoever. We have the windsurfing area, and then in the corner of the bay is where all the kite surfers go. Windsurfers, kite surfers, they have a very different way of using the area and the space in the water, so it's better to keep it, especially the beginners, to keep that separated. And then we have a spot at the wall, which is for wave riding, that is mixed. It also means that people that can go upwind and they have a lot of control, they can mix, but it's more for the beginners that it's not good to mix it up. And then we have a spot just for windsurfers, that is Cabello, and that's also where they organize the World Tour every year.
Oh, Cabello.
Cabello is called, yes.
Okay, and as far as kite surfing, because I've been looking for spots for beginners and I kind of didn't find the information that the beginners can start kite surfing. Is it possible in El Medano for beginners as well?
We do lessons every day, the conditions are suitable. Today you don't see kite surfers because the wind is offshore. We don't teach when the wind is blowing into the ocean, because if something happens you get pulled out. So we only teach when the wind is onshore, because that is safe. And yeah, we have plenty of schools here on the beach, and what I said, we teach every day, the conditions are suitable. And
Okay, and just one question, the last one about the prices.
Yeah.
What are they for an hour of each sport?
Rental or lessons?
Lessons.
Lessons for the 2-hour lesson, including everything, you pay between 100 and 120 euros. And that
100, 120
Yeah.
with the teacher and the equipment.
equipment, everything. So Medano is quite cheap in comparison to the rest of Europe. So that is good.
Okay, thank you
For
so
a tourist,
much.
that's good.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Take care.
Yeah, take care.